The problem with TRVL right now is we're having a little bit of a pullback on the Bitcoin chart. Yeah, people can see what's going on. This point of control hasn't held the support, right? And I think the reason why I'm seeing this kind of price action is because I don't think many people are actually trading this chart. Yeah. Excuse me. I do think we're in bullish market structure, and I don't think I want to see this low taken here. Yeah, this one here. I think that wouldn't be good, because then we'd be making a lower low after we've made a higher high here. See that? That's a higher high. I don't really want us to take out this low, because this is effectively becomes our, at the moment it's our higher low. And if we take out this low, that low becomes our, this next low becomes a lower low. So I don't really want that to happen. I think it's, I don't know if it will happen, because we're potentially right now filling some gaps in volume here. And maybe we'll just come down here, hit that liquidity level, which is a daily level, and bounce right back up. That's what I'm contemplating, and that would be okay. That would be okay price action, because it's happened before on the USDT chart. And in the context of what I'm seeing with Bitcoin, where the whole attention is on Bitcoin and Bitcoin is plowing to potentially all-time highs, then you can't really look at this and go, okay, this is crazy bearish, because of what because we understand what Bitcoin is doing. Now look, we've lost the value area low many times and we've just bounced back into the range. Maybe we're just going to do exactly the same thing, just a little bit more deeper this time, just to clear that gap. But if we do fall into this lower range, I don't really want us to be there for long. I want us to bounce back out of that range. And if we do hold this lower range for a longer period, then I don't know how bullish that's going to look. We'll have to see. Like, we have this previous range volume area. Maybe the price isn't actually going to get down that far, to be honest with you. Maybe what we're going to see is the price is going to come back into this volume area high, this value area high. And you can see the point of control and the value area high are roughly in the same position. If BTC can find support here and just whip itself back up, I think that will be fine. Okay. At the moment, I can see the point of control isn't an accurate line for support and resistance. But I definitely don't want us, I don't want us to be in these lows for a long period of time. And it's all about the context of what's happening to Bitcoin. And then the other thing is, I don't really want us to make another low here, a lower low here. I don't want to see that. If that happens, then there's going to be a big challenge for the bulls, because if you do hypothetically go down and make a lower low here somehow, this is hypothetical, then the onus is on the bulls, because now the bulls will have to go up and make a higher high here and take out that high. Otherwise, potentially you go here, you make a lower high, and then you're back into bearish market structure, heading down to the lows again, potentially for another all-time low. So you have to be aware of what's happening in terms of market structure. And right now, we have to do, like, the bulls have to defend this BTC low. It's as simple as that. That is going to be bullish. Not coming past this low here is very important. Okay. And this is all about buying and selling, supply and demand. It's all about market sentiment and also TRVL sentiment. If people aren't bullish on TRVL, they'll dump, and then you'll just get another lower low. and then you're looking for a lower high, and then you're looking for a lower low, and you're back into bearish market structure. Let's say hypothetically this did play out, and then we did make another lower low here and made an all-time low here, potentially, hypothetically, then it wouldn't be difficult to reverse this market structure, because your lower high would be much lower. It would be down here instead of up there. And then effectively what you would have to do is get back up there to make a higher high, make a higher low, and then go up to make a higher high. That would be back into bullish market structure. But the thing is, if you go down and make a lower low and then an all-time low, it just prolongs this consolidation period. And what we really want to see is we want to see an impulse. So when we start creating lower lows, the chances of impulsing is going to be much more delayed. It's going to be delayed, okay? And we don't really want to see that. What we really want to see right now is a little bounce back up and an impulse. Let's take out that high and let's get up into the highs again. Let's really get the price action bullish. And it's bullish when the price is in the highs, not when it's in the lows. Okay, this is just a reality of price action. If you're in the lows, you're bearish, and if you're in the highs, you're bullish. Right now, we've been off the lows for an extended period of time. Since January the 11th, we've been in this range. Now we're kind of falling back to back test this previous range. We don't want to fall back into that range. That's just bearish price action. If that's happening, then there's something seriously wrong with TRVL. Fundamentally, there's something wrong. Okay, I can't explain it any other way. And if that starts happening, then people need to make the Dtravel team aware that people are not fond of their, because actually it's all the market, it's all about sentiment, it's all about a reflection of how people value TRVL in the context of the crypto market. And if the price is just going lower and lower and lower, it just means people aren't valuing it. Now, I think this is largely to do with Bitcoin, so I'm not too worried. But if we do start making lower lows, I will start to get a little bit more nervous, okay? And then I'll start being a little bit more vocal. Right now, I'm not too worried. I'm not worried because I understand Bitcoin is doing its thing, okay? And when Bitcoin does its things, you know, if you look at the BTC charts on all the tokens, they're all pulling back. Look, BNB. Look at that. BNB's pulling back. Solana. Let me have a look at Solana. Well, it was pulling back, and then Solana's really strong. It just, what can I say? Solana's an exception. Let me have a look. INJ. Let me have a look. Well, it did pull back. It has been pulling back, you know, against BTC. It's just bouncing back too. Those are the strong ones. So I just wanted to show you that even the strong ones are pulling back. And then the difference is that a lot of these altcoins are bouncing and TRVL isn't bouncing back. That's fundamentally the problem with TRVL right now. But when Bitcoin pumps, all the coins dump in terms of Bitcoin value. So look, even ADA dumped and now it's pumped. Look at Cake. Cake is against Bitcoin is dumped. Let me have a look at Dot. See, look, Dot, even though there's a little bit of a bounce today, generally speaking against Bitcoin, while TRVL has been ranging, Dot has been pulling back. Yeah. So I'm not crazy bearish yet, but I do want us to get back into this range, and I do want us to go up. I want that to happen. So I'm not fond of us losing this value area low. I just want us to get back in, and so we have to see what happens. As long as we don't lose this low, this is the low. this one here, I'm okay. Because potentially you could just make a higher low here. In the future, all we have to do to change, to continue bullish market structure is for the price to get back above that high then, to make a higher high. Okay. All right. So that's the BTC chart. Really, Bitcoin is what's driving everything. When it comes to the USDT chart, I don't think anything's changed that much. When it comes to the price action, we're still consolidating underneath resistance. That being said, I am seeing a little bit of selling. I am seeing a little bit of selling. Look, 18,000, 142,000, 36,000, 43,000, 8,000, 70,000. Just remember though, as people sell, other people are buying. It's not just one way, but I do see selling. This is Bybit. This is KuCoin. It's relatively speaking, look, we have like 500,000 of selling, 600,000. So there is a little bit of selling going on. Okay. Now, nothing has changed because we're still in the range. You see the volume range that I've marked out? We're still in the range. We're back into the point of control on KuCoin. I am seeing selling. Okay, people are selling, but the price is still holding. Now, I can't tell you what this, I can't give you the significance of what's happening, except that we're at a price now where people are looking to take profit, and some people are taking profit, but the question is always going to be the same. It's all about buyers and sellers. If people are selling and the price still holds, that's bullish, isn't it? And so we just have to see, we just have to wait for the sellers to diminish. When I look at the MACD to see if I see any clues, let me zoom in on the lower time frame. Are there any clues? Not really. No clues. It's not looking so bullish or bearish. It's very normal price action. On the 12-hour, there is a little bit of divergence, but it's not the kind of divergence that I want to see. You see how the price is lower down? Oh no, this is the correct divergence, actually, my bad. You see how the price here, the MACD is here, and it's back here. And you see how the price has gone up and it's back here. So almost the MACD is coming down to the previous low. And here you see if this was to follow, the price should be here, and it's not. It's higher up. So that's telling me that there's absorption in the price, but this is on a higher time frame. This is the 12-hour time frame. Okay. So this is going to take some time to play out. I do think it's possible. I really do think it's possible that we go lower. I think that is possible. I don't know how low, but I think it's possible because of the selling that I'm seeing. What I really need to see is I need to start seeing the selling diminish, and I'm not seeing that right now. And then I also need to see that the selling is absorbed. I am seeing absorption, but it's not the kind of absorption which makes me think, okay, that's it. The game is up for the sellers, because you would see it. You would see it in the MACD. You would see at the local time frame. You'd be able to see it because look, this is the previous low here. And this MACD would be much lower. And the price would be higher. You'd end up with a higher low and you now bought a lower low. We have to see how that plays out, but you'd be able to see what's happening. And so I'm not seeing it yet right now. I'm not in the local time frame. I'm not seeing that divergence, which makes me think if the selling continues, then it is possible that we go low. But anyway, let's just see how this plays out. I can't predict the future. I think it's largely got to do with Bitcoin. And I think it's largely got to do with other altcoins, because I think a lot of people are in TRVL. They are in profit. And then now we're starting to see other altcoins pump. Okay. And that's the problem that we're facing right now. Look, I did an analysis on VRA. Look at it. It's up 16% today. You see the pump? Pump, pump, pump. And so look at this. Myro the dog. The shittest of coins. This rubbish dog coin is up 24%. AVAX is up 8%. Even Litecoin is up 10%. This is the problem that we have, because when people see that other altcoins are pumping, even this, oh my god, the shittest of coins, Marvin, is up 17%. When people see that, and then they see TRVL, they sell TRVL and they buy other coins. That's what they do, because people have that kind of mentality. They chase pumps. They're looking for quick gains. So as long as we kind of ranging, I'm okay with TRVL, and as long as on TRVL we don't lose this low, I'm okay. I'm still bullish. I'm not going to get bearish just because we see a little dip while we're still holding higher lows. We just have to see the sellers exhaust a little bit, you know. And even now I'm looking at the ETH chart. I'm not fond of this dip, to be honest with you, but as long as we don't take out this low, yeah, then we could make a higher low and continue. So we have two significant lows on BTC and the ETH chart that we need to hold. Okay, that's the test. Otherwise we're going to make all-time lows on the BTC and ETH chart. I hope people don't panic sell. I hope. And actually, when I was looking at the Telegram group, and I'll just quickly bring it to you, I'll show you, look, look at this. So there's this group called Price Discussion. And Smitty, curse you, Smitty, he sold 2 million TRVL. See, look, you didn't notice from 55 to 41 and from 52 to 47. So Smitty isn't bullish on TRVL at the moment because he's waiting for 0.02 again. But, you know, this is the problem. People aren't hodling for higher. They're selling. They're selling because if you enter that 0.02, we're at 0.05. That's 150% gain. And there's a lot of other coins that are pumping. Okay, so we have to bear this in mind. And I think there's a lot of expectation with what's being proposed. I have problems actually because it's taken 3 months, and 2, they said that they're going to release the Night Token light paper first to explain the tokenomics. I think if people need to read a light paper on the Night Token, the Night Protocol first to understand the tokenomics, that's already too complicated for most people. And I think that's really my biggest problem with the tokenomics right now, that if you require detailed explanation, then most people in the wider world are just not going to understand it. It's just going to be too complicated for people. A lot of people don't even understand Bitcoin, and that's probably the easiest one to understand. And so when you have to create documentation to explain complex tokenomics, most people are just going to turn off. And so that's my biggest kind of concern, the fact that there has to be a document to explain the tokenomics. And the other concern that I have is this promise of high expectation. And so we've heard that from James. He said everyone's going to be happy. That's a promise. Where did he write that? I don't know, but I posted it the other day. He said everyone's going to be happy, and I just think that's really, it's really a high expectation. So I just hope that everyone will be happy. Okay. I just hope that everyone takes to the tokenomic. I think probably people will, because anything is better than what we have now. But let's see what happens. You know, no one can predict the future. I'm just having to look and see if anything was said. You know, there's some other things that I'm not too fond of, like James says he doesn't have the time. Well, just hire some people, guys. Like, what the hell? If you don't have the time, if our only person doing marketing hasn't got time to do more marketing, then you obviously, there's a lack of supply in terms of marketing. So you just need to get more people to do the marketing. You need to hire it out to a company or someone else. Like, I think these are real fundamentally easy problems to solve, and I think the community needs to raise these issues. Because look, James is saying we won't have the time. Well, dude, what can I say? Hire some more people. Like, what the hell? Hire people. If you don't have the time to do your work, hire some more people. How many times do we have to kind of tell them? And I just, what I'm seeing is a real air of inexperience with this team, and it's starting to get quite frustrating for a lot of people. So we just have to be a little bit patient for the time being and hope that things change. If things don't change, then there's going to be a bloodbath. Yeah, David is saying we're still talking about. Yeah, we are. Yeah, and we're still getting QQs as well. Look, so QQs. Unfortunately, we won't have time to release with the light paper. It would be nice to follow, and we'll add it to the website. Like, it's all kind of like complaining. Like, all I'm seeing is a lack of experience, and I'm hoping that the experience is going to change. The lack of experience, I'm hoping. Now, I'm telling you something. If this continues, this behavior continues, as the price goes up, more and more people will exit. It's just a fact, and this is just going to be the reality. So let's just hope that we don't get that kind of continuation of bad behavior from certain people in the team. Okay. And he writes here, yes, there will be like any discounts for book if I'm holding TRVL. Yes, there will be. Revised tokenomics will explain all of this, and we're working on a traveler app to actually allow you to search for listings. This will happen by the end of quarter. Well, he doesn't say which quarter, but I think what people really want also, as quickly as possible, is integration with Dtravel. I think that's going to give people a lot of confidence, and right now people don't have much confidence. When you have someone who's been involved with TRVL for a while selling 2 million and pulling the price down, that's not a good sign. Yeah, it's not a good sign. Yeah, that doesn't really give anyone confidence, you know. And actually, you know, Smitty has said he's given his comments, but no one is listening. Okay, no one is paying attention. He's always been very open and honest about what he thinks. The title I wrote, the title should be TRVL still consolidating, being left behind in the bull market, while the team works on quote unquote soon token. Oh, radioactive writes, Kingo stability. If one day Tether will die, buy TRVL. Safer than Bitcoin. That's quite funny. And then JR asks, am I stupid and don't understand it? Is Knight a separate token? Well, that's exactly it. No one has a clue what's going on. No one understands what's going on. Smitty selling. Anyway. Smitty's saying, that I think the new tokenomics will be make or break for me. I don't really care about the AI at this point. There's plenty of better AI in development in other industries to invest in. Fetch, for example, already has an AI that almost matches what these guys are trying to do. Yeah, so Smitty's kind of got a little bit of negativity to his view. But anyway, I don't blame you, mate. Right. I think that's it for TRVL. Let's just hope people stop selling, right? Yeah, 2 million is a lot. David's saying 2 million is a lot. It is a lot. Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot to sell, but I mean, on the bright side, the price is in this, it's still in the current range. If you sell 2 million, 2 million have to be bought. Okay, and bear that in mind. So we are currently still in this kind of range. We are in a range. Even shitty meme coins are pumping. That rock. That's a nice prediction though. Oh, look on Grok. Imagine if it next step is upper. That almost perfect. Sorry, I'm having my nuts. Yeah, you see, in the last 3 days, Loki is up 69%. It's showing real bullishness, making a new high. They hold the low, holding the low, higher low. Now we're in a higher high situation. Really bullish. Back above this channel that we lost. This one. That's bullish. And actually what I'm seeing is we made a little bit of a inverse head and shoulders here, which is why you had such a violent breakout. We are into a little bit of resistance now. It's previous high. David is saying, I don't understand why these random shit coins with no future just pump. I think it's largely to do with greed, FOMO, liquidity, accessibility. You know, I mean, a lot of these coins that are pumping, they're on many exchanges. They're on multiple different kind of products, spot, derivatives, all kinds of futures products. So there's a lot of accessibility. And so it's just a bigger market, basically. That's why they pump. And once you get some kind of sign of strength, reclaiming a level, or increasing in volume, or some kind of breakout, you get a lot of people jump in at the same time, and then that's when you get the pump. Yeah. I think the problem, I mean, if you're thinking about TRVL now, and the other thing you have in a situation like this, which I can't show you, is you're going to get shorts, so going to get squeezed as well. Okay. And part of the reason why they pump is because suddenly you get a big short squeeze, and TRVL unfortunately doesn't have that luxury. We don't have the luxury of squeezing shorts. Otherwise, look how many opportunities we had to squeeze shorts. We had an SFP of this high and an SFP of this high. We had like two major SFPs in this high range, and there was no short squeeze. And that was really a problem that we have. It's a big problem, and I'm actually having real difficulty in getting Dtravel to understand this problem. Yeah, I'm really trying hard, and I think it's I'm losing this battle because I don't think anyone really understands the markets well, and there aren't enough people in the community who are vocal enough about this topic. I think people just need to go into Telegram and start making a fuss and say, I want this on derivatives now, and start being a little bit more aggressive until they listen, because right now they're not listening. Okay. And I think that's part of the problem. Like, we need this on derivatives ASAP, because you can't short squeeze up. We can't short squeeze. And so the price action now is market buying or market selling. And the reason why people are market buying and selling is because the volume is relatively speaking low. So if they're putting limit orders, they're not getting filled. So the only way to get your orders filled is to market sell, to market buy. And that's what's causing the price fluctuation. But it's, again, I still think we're consolidating, but we're not going to get a squeeze. Yeah. So the only way then to make the price go up is for, at these prices, for us to exhaust the sellers. So what we need to do now is to exhaust the sellers, and it obviously hasn't happened now because you have people like Smitty who are basically exiting. If he sold 2 million, there's no reason why he might not sell more, because if he's in a token like Fetch is looking extremely bullish. Fetch is looking really bullish. Yeah, if he's in a token like Fetch, look at that. It's looking really bullish. And so what he'll do is every time Fetch dips, he will sell some TRVL and he'll add more to his position. He'll increase the size of his position. Okay, that's the problem. And Fetch is in its, well, look, I've already done it. It's in its wave 3. I already mapped it out. See that? Why would you not want to be in a wave 3? You would. TRVL hasn't even done its wave 1, and Fetch is pumping the wave 3. Now, will someone like Smitty sell Fetch at the right place to come back into TRVL? That's a question that we can't answer. Okay. It's a question no one can answer. But that's part of the problem. The problem that we're experiencing is that there are some other tokens with large amounts of liquidity, with big access to other markets, bigger markets, and actually, you know, initially probably it squeezed up and then the people piled in, and that's the problem we have. So we have that problem with TRVL, and I can't, you know, I'm telling them we need derivatives to squeeze up. We need it, you know, we need a little bit of a squeeze, and we're not getting that. So at the moment, the only way to go up is for people to buy the TRVL because they value it. And until the new tokenomics change, until the tokenomics change to give TRVL value, no one is going to buy at market as much TRVL as they can, which is going to push the price up. So we have to see what happens with TRVL, okay, with the tokenomics. I can't predict how the price is going to move, but look, potentially there's a few things going on here. We're either experiencing some kind of flat top triangle like that. We have to see, because that would be nice, because we'll just break up to the next range. That would be really nice. Just keep on doing that. I'm okay with that. Or potentially what I'm seeing is some kind of less bullish triangle here at these highs with a descending highs, and we still have this kind of steep idea. Kind of, we're there now. It's a little bit less bullish. Flat top would be more bullish, and I don't know if this has the ability to break out, because again, you're going to need market buying, and you're going to need people to stop selling, or you want the sellers to be absorbed. You need the diminishment of sellers, and then the price will go up. If you could squeeze, that would be it would be an easy squeeze, because you'd have a cascade of highs taken, and you have this big candle. You have market buyers in the highs, and then you could get an impulsive move out of these lows. Yeah, we're not getting that right now, and part of the problem is that the whole market is pumping, so people will sell TRVL and they'll chase other coins. That's what's happening right now. That's what we're experiencing right now. All right. Anyway, let me just go back to what I wanted to